All right, time to check weather once again with Storm Tracker 4 meteorologist Daniel McFarland tracking this weather, which is ever changing now. We are starting to defrost.
Yeah, and I'm ready for it. I know you probably are too at this point.
It's kind of nice to have a little bit of vitamin D right now, I'll be honest with you. Yeah,
it's kind of tough to get outside at all really throughout the past week. So thankfully that is changing up, and it's going to be even easier as this week goes on because our high temperatures are going to be back into the mid 70s before they start to drop once again. So that's why I say the warm up is going to continue. If you're looking forward to cooler conditions, don't worry, they're going to be in the 10-day forecast coming up. And there is going to be plenty of sunshine for the next few days. But when it comes to the end of this upcoming week, we are going to have more clouds out there to talk about, and eventually some smaller rain chances as we end off your weekend. This is going to be a live look outside through the Storm Tracker 4 Skycam network. Clear conditions over the city of Tucson, and that's really the case for most of the area here. Plenty of sunshine, 68 degrees. This is going to be at the airport. That's one of the warmer spots around town. And you also do have a light breeze out of the northeast. I do want to talk about our lows, though, as we work our way into tomorrow, because I'm still expecting us to fall to stay around 40, 41 degrees throughout most of town. If you get towards the outside of Tucson, spots like Tucson Estates, Green Valley, potentially Vail, all could be in between about 37 and 39. And most of the city should be right at about 40 degrees itself. Now, Nogales, 36 there. Still a handful of spots expecting the freezing point, like Benson. You have Wilcox also there. Douglas also expecting that. And tomorrow's highs, this is going to be when you really notice a bigger difference. Now, today is quite a bit warmer, but we stopped in the upper 60s. I'm thinking lower 70s for most of us tomorrow, with maybe one or two spots getting stuck in the 60s. I'm looking at Corona de Tucson to be likely to be one of those that stop around 69 degrees. Same thing if you go down the road a little bit towards Sierra Vista, 67 for you for that high temperature, and a handful of spots still working their way up to the 70s a little bit quicker, like Ajo and Sells with 72 and 73. I want to go ahead and get back and talk a little bit about the cloud cover, because we did have some for those of you that live closer towards Nogales, Sierra Vista, and Douglas. This is all moving out, and this is one way to tell that the air is getting a little bit drier, and that's going to allow your temperature to rise up quite a bit more. Has a lot to do with the clear conditions we're seeing across most of southern Arizona here. So what's causing this is going to be high pressure that's currently right over Arizona, making its way towards the Four Corners. This is really going to settle in, and that warmer air is going to be there. But eventually a system is going to move in closer. This is going to be what causes our next chance of rain, but we're still a few days away from it. But you can go ahead and look forward to it because it's close enough. And it's going to be later in the day on Sunday that we're looking at that to move on in. In fact, Sunday at about 2 p.m., you'll start to have some of these clouds moving in, mostly light rain to start things off. As you work your way into Monday and Tuesday, that's when the heavier rain is going to start to work its way into southern Arizona, and a few of us could see over a full inch of rain, with most of that happening in areas like Tucson and further up towards the north. As of right now, projections near the border are a little bit less, but don't be surprised if that changes up a lot over the next week, because we still have quite a few days before we eventually get to that. All right, next 10 days for you are looking very nice, especially the next few days. 71, 73, up to about 76. Great rain chances as we work our way into next week. And Angelique, these low temperatures, I've not seen a whole lot of 30s out there. I do think this morning is going to be the coolest one we're going to have, and then we're going to stabilize in the mid 40s over the next 10 days.